April 4th. Matter of fact, happy Easter to everybody. Guys, it is with great pains, I'm going to share some of these images on the see. So, this is, Connaught Hospital. I see we sister to give you an update. This is Connaught Hospital this morning. Nurses have been cleaning the respective wards since Tuesday. I don't have strength to write, long epistles. The country's only referral hospital for medicine and surgery needs help urgently. Guys, these are the images that we're seeing. And as a Sierra Leonean, I know say a lot of this is where I'm going to call on, the current Minister of Health, Mr. Austin Demby. Mr. Austin Demby is a fine gentleman. And I know say he's going to take some swift action for fix this. But this is shameful. This is disgraceful. And I want to also give kudos to Honorable AKK Naya. We see a post on Facebook about this. The current condition of Connaught Hospital is a disgrace to us as a country. I am quite sure you have traveled to other countries to seek medical attention, but our health sector is insulting, to say the least. As a citizen of Sierra Leone, I kindly ask you, Mr. President, to take a national tour to see if your promises are reflective to the reality around us. Our health sector is a disgrace. Guys, I'm not going to say much about this. I'm going to just let this, resonate with every Sierra Leonean out there. With all the big talk, the Twitter talk, we see the level of corruption and thievery in the country. 2020 alone, the president and his wife, African Express, in Revelation, show we again say they thief $3 million, but look the state of affairs that we can't keep people in the get water and gutter, and then they say trust the process. And you still have SLPP supporters that are jumping out there, say the party walk, talk and do. This is a shame. We have to be patriotic enough to see these things out and say, this is bigger than my region or my tribe. This is about the reflection of the image of our country. How would people see us across the globe when these SLPP spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for launder the image, then go sit all with Bill Gates, David Shenge, David Franster? Look at the state of affairs. These guys don't give a rat's unions. They say, I can perish or I die or I want. 2023, these people have to go. But Mr. Austin Demby, this lies squarely on your shoulder. I know say a fine gentleman. I don't know you. I've never met you, but people talk very nicely of you. And it's sad you go say, well, Ibrahim, you just can't take this position less than 3. So I don't know about these cataclysmic, effects across the globe. They should be taken care of. They should be fixed immediately. And they should not never.
Good morning, compatriots. My name is Francis Ben Kaifala, and I am Renaissance. The Sierra Leone Renaissance movement has called on fellow Sierra Leoneans to wear black on Monday. We call it Black Monday. It's a Monday where we are supposed to show our dissatisfaction at the way the country has been run. Since independence to date, the Sierra Leonean has had a life that is less than what we would desire. We wake up in the morning worrying about the basic things that the rest of the world has forgotten. We worry about electricity, we worry about water supply, we worry about food, we even worry about security. Successive governments have failed us. This is the time for the Sierra Leonean to refuse to accept less and request more. We have to show our leaders that poverty is not a way of life. It is something which is man-made, and men all over the world have fought to change it. In Sierra Leone, it seems things cannot get better. Why? Why do people vote governments? Governments are voted to make the lives of their people better. If they cannot make their lives better, then that is a failure of social contract. And when there is a failure of social contract, the counterparties, in this case, who are the people, need to demand from their governments that what is done is not what was agreed. We have to stand up for what we believe in. We cannot accept this way of life. We have to reject it. In recent times, the economy has been destroyed. Inflation is galloping. The dollar has moved from 4,300 leones in 2013 to 7,300 leones in 2016. Inflation is something around 12.5%. Few days ago, even fuel, which underscores the basic movement of people to engage in economic activity, has moved from 3,750 leones to 6,000 leones. Why? How do they expect people to live? That is why we in the Renaissance movement are calling on Sierra Leoneans to wear black. The black is to show that the colors that have led us have failed us. Now in Sierra Leone, black is the new red. We are not ready to accept less. I thank
you. Keep in mind, leadership is not measured by how many people serve you. It's measured by how many people you serve. Service is the greatest act of leadership. Serving the people is why you exist. So anytime a leader wants to be served, that's not a leader, that's a parasite.
And every time they're amassing wealth for themselves?
Well, that's exactly. Corruption is a result of a poverty mentality. You know, I read a statement by the great King Solomon. Solomon says, "Woe to the land becomes king." I will quote it again. Woe to the land, that means the country, when a slave becomes the king. What he's saying is, the country will be destroyed if the person who's in power thinks like a slave. A slave is someone who is being stripped of everything. This spirit of scarcity and lack is in their minds. So they want everything for themselves immediately. And that's why poverty remains in many countries, because the person in charge is a slave mentally. And they want to accumulate to themselves and forget about the people. I believe the future of Africa is going to be in the hearts of people, young people, and also older people, who begin to appreciate the fact that greatness in leadership is empowering other people, not pursuing power, and serving other people, not being served. And so corruption to me is like a cancer that comes from a low self-esteem, poor self-concept, low self-worth, a fear of scarcity, and it's probably the highest manifestation of insecurity.